Greetings, friends. I am Dreyfus Sano, and I welcome you back to Day 2 of Autism Awareness Month, Vlog Every Day in April. I thought for today, I would go a little bit into my own personal background and tell you a little bit about how I grew up as a kid. For the most part, I was fairly normal as a kid, and it wasn't until junior high that I saw myself as being a little bit different, and I'll get to that here shortly. I remember as a kid, due to the fact that I was about 2 or 3 years apart from my 4 older brothers, which they were about a year apart from each other, they tended to do a lot of things themselves. And my brothers and I got along just fine, but I tended to be alone by myself. So that's why I started getting into gaming. I can remember one of the first games I ever played was a really weird game called Gyromite, which involved red and blue pipes, some sort of Professor Farnsworth-like character avoiding dynamite and aliens for some reason. And it was a really weird game, and after that got into Super Mario, Sonic 1, 2, and 3, Altered Beast, Final Fantasy 2, Final Fantasy 3, 6 apparently. That's interesting too. I never knew it was actually referred to as Final Fantasy 4/6 in Japan, but I'll definitely give Final Fantasy some credit because I swear that game taught me not only how to read but also how to manage money, or at least learn about the concept of money. Saving up for a Ultima weapon or saving up for potions was definitely an interesting concept, and I thought that was pretty cool. So I definitely owe Final Fantasy at least that much. I definitely owned a Game Shark, I owned a Game Genie, and I could definitely remember entering in infinite health, infinite life codes, and there was just something about using those sorts of codes in games that really appealed to me. I really enjoyed just not losing and just really enjoying myself. Doing that a lot with actually Final Fantasy 2 and 3 and some other games too. And it wasn't until like after the PS1 era that I sort of got out of that before actually getting into World of Warcraft. But also something interesting about my childhood too, my brothers and I liked to make a lot of home movies. One in particular was referred to as Ethan the Barbarian. That's my first name. Since the Barbarian. And that sort of involved me being in briefs, wearing belts, and my oldest brother actually drew a beard on me like this with a mascara pencil. And for what it was worth, it actually looked fairly decent. And so a lot of that, my brothers dressed up as monsters, and my oldest brother was sort of the narrator, and he would follow me around as I slew monsters and everything, and ended up saving my 4th oldest brother, which usually ended up being the princess that I would have to save. And we had like 2 or 3 chapters, and it was pretty fun. But that was definitely a highlight for me in my life too. And a lot of those home movies, I was put as a star, and I thought that tended to be pretty cool. But I think I'll leave it for that for right now, and I'll get more into growing up and going through school in Day 3. So with that, I am Dreyfus Sano, and until next time, be you, be yourself. Bye-bye.